to Blake Appel. Appel taking a couple of dribbles, has it knocked away. Nathan Blinky knocking the ball away. Gavin Grochek now works to Cushman, nearly stolen away by Blanky again. Couple of good defensive plays, but Dow able to recover. Inside to Brandon Bowser, and Bowser able to lay it off the glass. Bowser's first bucket, I believe, of the night. And the Chargers now with a double-digit lead, 33-22. As you mentioned, Midland needs to stop the bleeding a little bit. Alec Johnson taking the shot, that may do it. Alec Johnson with the bucket. He's got 4 on the night. Back to a 9-point game. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Well, Johnson comes in averaging 15 points a game. So 4 is either a tribute to Dow or just the fact that Midland's not feeding him enough so far.
Joe View being called for the foul. He was kind of sure. Are you sure it was me that made contact? I'm not sure it was, and View wasn't, but the official was, and that's going to be the second one on Joe View. Us big guys got to stick together. You definitely get noticed wherever you go, so you just got to.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Brandon Crane was in middle school that he was always being picked out as the one that did the foul, and one of their coaches used to yell that don't punish him for being big.
Will Williams going baseline. Can't get the shot to go. Chargers coming up with the loose ball. Gavin Grochek getting the rebound. Now works ahead to Brandon Bowser. Bowser splitting apart the defense. Can't get the shot to go, but the Chargers keep the ball. Cushman, three-pointer, in and out, and Andrew Wiley will get the rebound.
Nice box out by Wiley.
Midland High looking to get some points. They're trailing by 9 here with 4:20 to go. Williams working the ball now over to... well, we got a foul. We'll call it. It was Tyler DeYoung who had checked into the game for the first time in the second half, and DeYoung was trying to feed it inside. The foul will called on the Dow High Chargers. Brandon Calhoun, who picks up his third foul.
It kind of wrapped up Wiley at that point.
Three-pointer, Nathan Blanky. This one is short. Cushman will get the rebound.
Yeah, Blanky was really falling away from the shot. That was not destined to go in, even at the release.
Blake Appel with the ball, goes inside to Bowser. Bowser loses the dribble, but Dow able to get it back, and a reach-in foul will be called on the Midland High gimmick.
Yeah, I think the foul was on Johnson. He grabbed his arm.
Drew Cassidy will check into the game for the first time for the Chargers. Gavin Grochek looking to set up the play for Dow. Sean Cushman works the ball over into the corner to Cassidy, who goes back over to Blake Appel. Chargers, Sean Cushman getting by his defender, and Andrew Wiley just nailing Cushman. He was going for the ball, but he's got a lot more of Cushman's head than he did of the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to play defense as Cushman ran by.
Cushman will go to the free throw line and nails the first free throw, as Malik Gardner will check back into the game. Cushman's in double digits.
I'm not sure what Dave said at halftime, but it's really worked.
12 points on the game for Cushman. Dow High leading 37-24, 3:45 to play here in the third quarter. Midland High, Nathan Blanky goes up and gets the shot to go. Blanky over top of Cassidy for the points. Blanky continues to get the buckets to fall to try to keep Midland into this game.
Blanky has 18 of Midland High's 26 points.
Malik Gardner, shot is no good. Nathan Blanky will have the rebound. Works ahead over to Alec Johnson. Johnson pulls up, he's being double teamed. Andrew Wiley over to Will Williams, three-pointer, count it. Williams getting his first basket of the game. Williams with the three, trying to put the Chemics a little bit closer. Dow leading this game 37-29. Answering the call, Cushman can, but Cassidy will get the rebound. Garner takes a dribble, now he's got to find somebody, and he does. Works the ball to Bowser, who goes inside, and Wiley will pick up a foul as Cassidy tries to go to the bucket.
Dow's offense is real fluid right now, and that's what happens when you get a lot of people in the scoring flow. The energy is increased and the confidence is sky high.
Andrew Wiley picking up 3 fouls. He will head to the bench here. Cassidy missing the first free throw. Joe View and David Walter both check back into the game for Midland.
Well, Dave McDonald's got to be pretty comfortable right now. Sure, Blanky's scoring a lot, but nobody else is, at least not yet.
Cassidy unsuccessful on the free throw line, and the Kimmicks, Will Williams will work the ball down. Williams using his speed, and Malik Garner having to grab Williams in order to keep Williams from going to the bucket.
Oh, speed is fun to watch, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, I remember when I was that fast. Yes, only in my dreams.
I'm not that fast on a bicycle. Will Williams, Malik Gardner, who would win the 40-yard dash?
I'm not that fast falling out of a window.
Williams does get the free throw to fall.
But I'm not going to prove it.
Second one is good as well. Williams hitting both free throws. It's a 6-point game. Dow 37, Midland 31, and Dave McDonald will call a timeout with 2.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. High school basketball here on MPS TV. Glad you're with us. Also this weekend, the ladies in action. Kimmicks and the Chargers over at Dow High. That is available for broadcast as well here on MPS TV. And this is also a benefit game as the fans encouraged to wear some red. If you take a look at the dates and times that you can watch this broadcast this weekend, but also, Tom, a benefit for the American Heart Association. A lot of fans wearing red, even the Midland High Kimmicks, so putting on red socks for this contest to show support from the American Heart Association.
And I really think that's important for the high school kids in the community to take on a cause like that. I think it shows a lot of character and just awareness that the community can support something of that great importance.
Bowser working inside for the Chargers, and he dishes it into Brandon Calhoun, who will be fouled. Brandon Calhoun taking a trip to the free throw line. Calhoun adds some size to the Dow High Charger, but he's a player that has battled some injury and illness throughout the season, so he has seen limited action for Dow High, but he's back to 100% here tonight.
Well, one thing I've noticed that when Dow is going to the basket, any of their players, they've got an out. They've got a player to drop the ball off to on the wing to give them that option. And that's really helped them throughout this entire second half, certainly.
Chargers leading by 8. They started the third quarter exploding for a series of points. Will Williams working the ball for the Midland High Kimmicks. David Walter now working to Joe View. View back to Williams, who thought about the three. Now he drives in, and Garner's going to be called for the foul. Not sure that was one that was really necessary.
No, but I think it surprised Garner. Garner's got a lot of mobility, and Williams just walked around him.
That's 3 now on Garner. He will have to head to the bench as Ian Cook will come into the game for the Chargers. Cook hit a big basket for Dow at the end of the first half. Now he's back out there. Blanky with the ball, being guarded by Appel, but able to get by. Blanky did a good job of taking the screen that Joe View set, but he could not get the bucket to fall through.
And he was surprisingly open, which I'm sure Dave McDonald wasn't too happy about.
Calhoun with the ball, couple of dribbles over to Ian Cook, who goes over to Bowser, now inside. Brandon Calhoun looking for somebody, finds Blake Appel, and we've got a travel call.
It appeared to switch pivot feet, I think.
I'm not sure Appel traveled, but Bowser did before that. Maybe it was just a delayed whistle.
Or was it Calhoun?
Yeah, it could have been.
He received the ball from Calhoun, I thought.
So it was Calhoun that shuffled. In either case,
could have been. Yeah, they don't have the ball within any case.
1:15 to play, and a quick foul called on Gavin Grochek. Well, first half they did not see very many fouls at all, and we've had a few more whistles here in the third quarter, excuse me.
Well, Williams is very quick.
Nathan Blinky with the ball for the Midland High Chemics. Now to Jake Smith. Smith with a couple of dribbles, finds back out to Williams. Williams thought about driving in, decides against it. Now Blinky with the basketball. Blinky looking baseline, can't get a shot to go. Joe View briefly had it. Now Gavin Grochek will come away with it for the Chargers.
Oh, Midland had a couple of shots there. Just nothing fell for them.
Working inside, Brandon Calhoun, baseline, had two Chemics all over him. Calhoun wanted the foul, did not get it. And now Chemics will work the ball with 35 seconds to play in the quarter.
I think he had a good argument, actually. I thought he got hammered down there.
Williams driving in. Williams gets it to fall. Great job. Will Williams had two Charger defenders, and that did not stop him. Williams got 6 points on the game, 7 points, and the Chemic deficit is now 6 with just over 10 seconds to go. Calhoun fishing it, and that time the foul will be called. Brandon Bowser will go to the free throw line. Actually, no, they're going to say it was before the shot.
Well, Eric Krause has got to be pleased that his Chemics didn't get blown out. Dow High came out of halftime looking very confident, very fluid on offense. And Midland has slowly gotten themselves back into this game.
Grochek now works it to Sean Cushman. Clock down to 5 seconds. They feed it inside. Brandon Calhoun up and over to Chemics. Can't get the shot to go. And the third quarter will come to an end with a 6-point game. Dow 39, Midland 33. The Chargers at one time with a 12-point lead. That has been cut in half, and we are gearing up for a very exciting fourth quarter here at Midland High. You're watching high school basketball here on MPS TV, and coming up, we'll let you know the dates and times that you can watch this broadcast. It will be airing on Saturday, January 21st, and Sunday, January 22nd. Showtimes at 3 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And then Sunday, January 22nd through Tuesday, January 24th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and 9 o'clock at night. More dates and times will be available. All you have to do is check out the Midland Public Schools website. And also this weekend, as mentioned, be sure to check out the ladies' action as the Chemics and the Chargers do battle on the hardwood over at Dow High in girls basketball. A great chance to catch up on what is going on with basketball. And then hockey is on the docket coming up in a couple of weeks. Beginning of February, we will have ice hockey coverage here on MPS TV, swimming as well. And of course, over on the MCTV side of things, don't forget our annual coverage of the Dow Corning Tennis Championship will also air in February on MCTV.
Well, hold on to your red or green socks. Here we go, the fourth quarter of this game, and we're going to be looking for either continued momentum for Dow or new momentum for Midland.
Sean Cushman has the ball stolen away. I didn't see who knocked it away, but Alec Johnson will come up with the loose ball. Jake Smith, long three-pointer is short. Dow High will get it.
That shot may have been rushed a little bit. I don't think he had a chance to really get into that shot.
Bowser to Cushman. Cushman works it back over to Blake Appel. Now Gavin Grochek will set the play up. Appel feeds it inside to Calhoun. Back to Appel. Jump shot from the baseline. Count it. Blake Appel, who's been quiet in the second half, has not been quiet in this game. Appel's got 15 points for the Chargers. And the ball knocked away, so no over and back. Dave McDonald thought it should have been over and back. The official said it was not. It was knocked away by a Charger. Williams from the free throw line. Count it. Will Williams with his bucket. He's got 9 for the Midland High Chemics. 41-35. We're in the fourth quarter. Midland won the first meeting. This is the Saginaw Valley contest tonight. Shot taken is no good for Appel, but we're going to have a foul called during the battle of the rebound. I believe it may be Sean Cushman that's called for the foul.
Well, this is setting itself up for a wonderful fourth quarter.
Midland High inbounds the ball to Alec Johnson. Johnson using a little burst of speed to get the ball across midcourt. Johnson takes a couple of drives, now goes back out over to Williams. Williams going to his right on the baseline, and now Williams with the shot, and it's Williams with the hot hand. Blanky was hot in the first half. Williams is now in double digits with 11, and Midland High cutting this lead. It's now 41-37. Cushman will answer the call. Sean Cushman with the three-pointer. Cushman has got 15 on the night for the Chargers. Dow with the lead. We've got 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Williams over to Alec Johnson. Johnson goes back to Williams. Three-pointer. He's hot. Will Williams hitting the three-pointer. Sixth person off the bench getting the buckets for the Midland High Chemics. And we've got ourselves a 4-point game. Cushman tried to feed it, but it was last touched by Midland. Chargers will keep the ball as Malik Gardner will check back in. Gardner in a little bit of foul trouble, but Dave McDonald putting Gardner in to try to stop Williams.
Would you say Williams is in the zone right now? It seems everything he puts up, the feather touch, and is just reaching the bottom of the basket.
And how nearly a steal. They're going to say it was last touched by Williams, but he almost picked the pocket of Brandon Calhoun.
Well, as often as we were talking about Blanky in the first half, it's Williams in the second half.
Well, we said somebody had to step up for Midland. Somebody did. Blake Appel, shot is good. However, the Chargers continue to make the baskets. They have really did a good job of having about 3 or 4 all in double digits. The Dow High Chargers spreading the scoring, and it's worked. Dow's got a 6-point lead, and a foul is going to be called on Cushman. Couple ticky-tacky fouls called on Dow here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it basically defensively just riding the hip. It does help to keep the player driving from turning the corner. But it's right in front of the official. He's got to call it.
Alec Johnson will be on the free throw line. He's a junior for the Midland High Chemics. Rebound pulled down by Brandon Calhoun, and Gavin Grochek will bring things back the other direction. Malik Gardner now with the ball. Blake Appel to Gardner. Gardner drives in. Nice feed, and the bucket and the foul. Brandon Calhoun.
I didn't get a chance to see how set Walters was, but he was laying flat on his back, but I think it might have been a little late.
Brandon Calhoun looking to complete the three-point play. He does. Great drive by Calhoun. And at one time, we had a game that was down to 4. Now the lead is back to 9 for the Chargers. Williams going between 2 Charger players, and he will go to the free throw line. He is, as you mentioned, Tom, in the zone. Williams hard to stop, and did we mention that Williams is just a sophomore?
I don't think we did. You know, Jason, Williams is just a sophomore.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we're going to see him for a couple of years here. He's fun to watch.
Williams does not get the free throw to fall. 4:39 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Now, one thing with Midland, if they're taking advantage of some of the scoring opportunities Williams has had, but again, they can't stop and watch. They've got to continue to move around.
That last foul was on Calhoun, which is his 4th, so he is playing with 4 fouls. He sets the screen for Blake Appel on the baseline, and Wiley called for the foul, and the officials kind of taking a look, and you hear the Dow fans, because Wiley kind of got a shot in after the whistle as well. No additional fouls called, but Wiley I know he's excited to be back, but his temper may be getting the best of him.
Well, he was putting the whipped cream and the cherry on top of that foul, I think, and right in front of the Dow High fans.
On the free throw line is Blake Appel. He hits the first one. Blake Appel hits the second one as well. Appel averages 15 points per game, and right now he is at 19. 10-point lead for the Chargers. Just over 4 minutes to play. Wiley with the basketball. Now works it over to Nathan Blanky. Blanky had a huge first half. He's been quiet here in the second. Blanky picks up his dribble, finds Alec Johnson. Johnson trying to go to the right. Dow's defense not giving the Chemics any open shots, and Blake Appel will come up with the steal. Great job by the Chargers that time. They're looking to increase their 10-point lead.